The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. I'm here in Dubai at the World Blockchain Summit. I've got with me today Tony Tran of Alfa Enzo. Mate, thanks so much for being on the show.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Look, my introductions aren't very good. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay.
And what brought you to where you are now?
All right, excellent. I've been a blockchain technologist for the past 3.5 years and have built some pretty incredible experiences for Fortune 50 clients.
Wow.
Over in the past 13 years of working. My background was in engineering, and that's what I've been doing. But more or less the past 4.5 years, I've been focusing on user experience, and that's really what I'm trying to bring to blockchain at the moment. It's really bringing a clearer focus back to user experience and design. Versus speaking strictly from the protocol, and so that's what I've been doing for the past probably 6-7 years so far.
Well, I mean, it's something in the space right now that we talk about mass adoption.
Yeah.
We want it, right?
Yes, correct.
We need mass
we
adoption.
Need it. Absolutely.
Want to have it. So, I mean, we know there are hurdles. I mean, we've seen so many projects come at us. Look, January of this year, December, how many ICOs were they?
Correct.
And they've just raised and gone, boof.
Yeah.
The rubber's hit the road and they are just burning it. They are not doing anything.
Correct.
They're burning it figuratively and literally as Ethereum's price has dropped and they've raised in Ethereum. How are you bringing things out that are, I guess, connecting with people? What are you doing? Like, how do you bring us in?
Yeah, that's a perfect surmise of exactly what's been going on with blockchain, and I think there's been an incredible lack of a focus from just the basics of how to build really strong core technical business, right? How do you deliver core value? And it's not just protocol, right? Blockchain is not a panacea. It is not something that my business is a blockchain. There's blockchain on this, blockchain on that.
Yeah, the go-to word.
Exactly, correct. I mean, if you build it, they will not come. That's just not how the world works.
Yeah.
And so one of the key things I've been focusing on is, well, how do we get blockchain to resonate with the common people, right?
Yes.
With just everybody.
Yep.
If we really look at how the world has been, in particular with the evolution of the personal computing, and then with the internet, what we have seen is precisely this. In the past, when during the PC era, we had hardware and software being a major interchange, but what really pushed it to the forefront is essentially user experience, right? And all of the companies, the largest companies in the world, have made it possible, and it's enabled them to build such incredible strength. It's all from user experience. So let's take a look at FAMGA, for example, right? Facebook, social user experience, right? Apple, that's all about devices, but in particular it's the mouse and the multi-gesture. Right, and so that's user experience. Microsoft, that's all software, that's all at the shell level. And Amazon, that's shopping user experience. Google, it's a search bar. And so when we take a look at all of these, what we realize is that it's really user experience that is the key. And so to me, the race should not be about who's got the hottest protocol. The race should be about identifying what's next in terms of the actual thing, the actual shell that would deliver to the world. And so the world digests technical information from user interfaces, not the other way around. If you go out there and you just tell a random person, hey, I've got a protocol that does this.
Whooshka.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we really think about it from the perspective of the cart and the horse. Protocols are the horses, but it's really the cart that people gets into. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I love an analogy.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
a good
you.
one. I might use that.
Yeah, no, my pleasure.
But look, it makes sense. I mean, we often reference the internet when it comes to blockchain.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. It was an amazing technology that changed the way we did business.
Right.
We even interacted with each other. I mean, you mentioned Facebook.
Yeah.
Can you remember back in the early 2000s, people saying, one day you will be able to have anything you wish to have ordered to your front door and you'll order off the internet. Oh, come on, stop it happening.
Right.
What are we doing at the moment what are you doing at the moment?
Right.
That you see as being a big breakthrough? Because we need to have, we're not connecting with the end user, and
Right.
we see it at events like
Right,
this,
right,
not just with
right.
the presenters that are
Right.
pitching a project, because
Right.
usually they talk to the 1%.
Yeah.
They talk about all the tech, and it's like, I don't want to know
Yeah,
about
exactly,
that, man.
exactly.
Tell me as an investor, tell me
Yeah.
what you're doing, what your vision is, and how the hell are you going to execute that? So what are you guys doing at the moment to connect or try and connect with
Right.
the audience, which is the people?
Right. So, one of the things that has been a remarkable discovery for us over the past 2.5 years of working in the space is that we have actually devised a way to deliver blockchain to the mass, right? To really deliver mass adoption.
Yep.
And in doing so, what we realized is that every single one of these businesses, the main thing that they're lacking is time.
Yeah.
So now
Guilty.
time as an
Guilty.
interface, right? That's exactly what it is. And so what is the last thing that people need to connect, right? And so, you've got Famga connecting all of the known platforms, right? So what is the final platform that we can actually deliver blockchain to the mass?
Yeah.
And so we came to realize that what is blockchain is basically a recording of something that happens in time.
Yeah.
And so we have, over the past 2 years, have patented an interface that essentially gives you a connected calendar. It's a socially connected calendar whereby you can actually go back to the past and post a picture of your baby picture.
Okay.
Or you can go to
Right.
the future and post an event that you haven't that you're gonna have, but everybody's gonna see that broadcasted. Well, how do we do that today? It's very hard. You have to use so many different apps to get there. Whereas for us, it's just one fell swoop, because the way that we experience time is actually horizontal. You see, Facebook basically evolved from early computing days, and then they were able to retrofit that evolution into a mobile device. And so what they're doing is they're giving you this one single directional flow of content. It's like having blinders on. They are injecting advertisement as you pass by.
Yes, yes.
But actually, how you experience time is not like this. It's actually horizontal. And so we've got this one patented experience where the present is right in front of you, the past is right to the left, and the right is the future. It's just one fluid flow. I can go back to any point in time and post. So if you went to a friend's birthday party last week and you took a bunch of pictures, you might not have time to post on Facebook.
But you can go back and put it back on that day
Exactly.
to give you a life memory.
Correct.
Okay.
Because we basically, derive meaning from juxtapositioning time. That's what gives us context. That's what gives us meaning. And as human beings, as just natural storytellers, we need that context. And so many of these companies, they have extracted time in order to do what? In order to convince you of a certain reality that's not real.
And getting your attention. Let's be
Correct,
honest, they want
exactly.
your attention.
Right, so if you're browsing you've been browsing and looking at a sneaker, they'll take stuff from all across time and making you think that this is what's hot right now.
Buy the sneaker. Buy the
Exactly,
sneaker.
when in reality, people are already beyond that. And so they've taken time out of the equation so that they can give you a false context, and that's really, really bad. And so we can use blockchain to enable this incredible new user interface that's gonna change everything.
Mate, you know what I love about doing this job? I get to learn so much stuff like this. I mean,
Thank
come
you,
on,
thank
you're
you.
kidding me. How far along are you? And I mean, it's a huge undertaking, right?
It is extremely, extremely
Where are
huge.
you up to?
Come
on.
We've got.
Realistically, can you do this thing?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what we wanted to come to the World Blockchain Summit today, is essentially to showcase that we have a working prototype. We actually have more than more than a prototype. We have something that you can see pretty much in the flesh at near launch state. And in conjunction with this incredible user experience are 3 protocols that we hope to really help bring this experience into the world. One of them is called the Samaritan Protocol.
Okay.
It's like an Uber for people. Basically, it's proof of stake. So you stake a certain amount in the system. Somebody can call you over to verify your transactions physically, right? And so how do we blend the physical and the digital together? And so it's these protocols that we're introducing to the world that's going to do that.
So you're linking the physical with the, I guess, with the internet world.
Correct.
There's 2 types of people, right?
Yeah.
There's your online persona and profile, and then
Right.
there's me in front of your face.
Exactly.
Right now. You are creating a protocol that links the 2 together to verify.
Yes. For example, our handshake protocol, when you come to buy something from somebody on like a used in a used marketplace like Craigslist or something like that, you would basically, go there maybe with cash, or whatever it is that you've agreed to, right? But you can't be ascertained, the buyer yourself, you don't know if the guy's got the product, and then the guy doesn't know if you have cash or not, right? So what if there was a protocol that's tied to the blockchain whereby when you agree to something, basically a QR code shows up, and that represents the product. When you get there, you see the product, and when you scan that QR code to say that you've accepted it, another QR code pops up, he scans that, and he gets the money. Right, and so this entire thing can, go through on a trustless basis. However, there will be time when you're selling something or you're buying something that's a little expensive. How do you get somebody to come and verify for you? Use Samaritan Protocol to call somebody over and verify.
Verifies the fact that a buyer and seller met and there can't be any funny business. Not that it happens all that often,
yes.
but it eliminates the potential for that threatening situation to occur.
Correct, and then that can be also extended, at a global level, whereby if I was sitting here and I'm looking at something in China or in Vietnam, and I want to buy that item, how can how can I know for sure?
You send the money and you just hope they give it back.
Correct,
right?
and this, for the most part, today's social milieu, basically that's just reputation based, right? But what if a kid who's just starting out, he has no reputation?
They haven't got that reputation.
Yes,
like in eBay, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So eBay's the middleman, so to speak, right? And they take their cut for the transaction, and that's the trust that occurs.
Yes.
We can cut out that middleman, therefore cutting out that cost, cutting out that fee, linking human to human through a direct protocol built on trust.
That's right. That's right.
What you're doing.
Exactly.
Now,
and then, of course, the protocol, you can't just put a protocol out and expect somebody to use it. That's why we want to.
Many do, though.
Yes,
many
correct.
Do.
And to me, that's one reason why things are just not looking so good. And so that's why we went ahead and really built the entire platform first.
Yep.
So that people can experience this firsthand, from a visual perspective, and it's easy to use.
Mate, you've got so much going on in the space right now. I can't wait to hear what you have to say today, actually.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. Now, before we move on, I want to ask you one question that I ask all guests.
Sure.
Who are qualified, and I'm getting that you're pretty qualified on this one, mate.
Right.
We talked earlier about the internet and blockchain being compared quite frequently.
Right.
Now, are we in 1993 or are we in the year 2000? Are we beyond or before when we look at the timeline of where blockchain is right now? Are we more 1993 or 2000? Have you got a year of where you think blockchain sits within that internet boom or internet maturity period?
I think we're somewhere midway. I think certain protocols are proving themselves out. I think really the meek and the weak have already been, it's gonna disappear right now. And I think blockchain at the moment, a business would have to show kind of incredible progress, incredible real things in order to, just through an ICO acquire that level of capital, right? I mean, so far there's just been no proof. It's just white paper, and I think we've passed that. We're way beyond that.
We need a bit more.
We need a lot more.
Investors are becoming smarter.
Correct.
VCs are becoming more involved in the space. A new form of educated money is coming in.
Exactly.
We need projects like yours to be guiding them and executing as well.
Right.
So,
that's exactly it.
Tony, look, where can the guys and girls that are watching and listening to this find out more information about you and what you're doing? Let them know.
Please come join us. We are on alfaenzo.com and alfaenzo.io, but also come join us in our Telegram channel at t.me/alfaenzoio.
Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure having you.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Enjoy Dubai.
No, for
enjoy
sure.
the show. And thanks
it's going
for
to be
being
fun
on the Trader Cobb Crypto
Excellent.
Show. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.